All right, drive-through confessionals. Welcome back, boys and girls. This is problem number 11 on 4-4. Special shout out to the deli. Hungry? Make yourself a sandwich. Stop by the deli. We've got a case of the missing diagram problem here. Triangle PQR is isosceles with P as the vertex. You could have put R here and Q there and it would not change the problem. It says draw the bisectors of the base angles and label their point of intersection as S. So draw some angle bisectors. Label their point of intersection as S. Again, if you continued your line, it would not affect the outcome of the problem. So don't freak out when you're making these diagrams. And then it says prove that PS, that line PS, notice line PS, is perpendicular to the line QR. So I need to draw one more line from P through S. And we have to prove that that is perpendicular to QR. Okay? All right, here we go. All right, we're given that triangle PQR is isosceles. With P as the vertex. Okay? We're also given that SQ and SR are angle bisectors. Okay, amazingly, this is a really short proof, and you don't have to prove any triangles congruent. How about that? So, what I'm looking for is a Star Trek problem. I hope you can see the Star Trek. By Star Trek, I mean this logo that Star Trek used to use that looks like that. So you have to get good at looking for those things. You're looking for kites and Star Trek logos. How am I going to be able to say that PQ is congruent to PR? Well, that was the easy one. That's kind of in the given. It's the definition of isosceles. Okay. Now, if you think about it, the angles are being bisected. If we only knew that the angles were congruent, then we would know that these base angles are also congruent to each other. So I'm thinking out the proof before I do it. So I'm going to go to this next. I just said this. Now I'm going to say this. Angle PQR. You guys can see the rest online tonight. Have a good night. We'll see you. Angle PQR is congruent to angle PRQ. If sides then angles. I can now say that angle SQR is congruent to angle SRQ. That would be angles division. Let's check it. PQ is congruent. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Audrey. Shout out to Audrey. Boom. Indeed, PQ is congruent to PR. Okay, so now I've got SQR this one is congruent to this one, and that's going to lead me to that and that. So now I can say that QS is congruent to RS. And this time it's if angles, then sides. So I've got my star track now. I've got that is congruent to that. I've got that is congruent to that. Now I can use my very long theorem that we learned today in class. I can say that PS is the perpendicular bisector of QR. And you might wonder, do I have to say now that PS is perpendicular to QR in addition to that? Not in my class. You've actually given me more information that was asked. You said not only is it perpendicular, but it's also a bisector. Now here's how we're going to try to shorten this. If 2 points are, we got to write the word equidistant, sorry, 2. Now here's a little, the endpoints of a segment, then those 2 points determine the perpendicular bisector. It's the best we've got. No name for this one. And we're done. Boom! Eat some lunch.